Well, Doc, this is Edenville. If business is booming the way they say it is, we ought to sell some trucks here.
Right, Andy. And the faster we get started, the better. Now, you've got a file card on this coal and ice dealer. Why don't you start with him?
Yeah, he's got a 1950 Chevrolet 2-ton. And let's see.
The boss isn't in. But even if he was, you wouldn't likely sell him a Dodge. You know, mister, the folks in this town are mighty close with their money. You pick any farmer coming to town on Saturday, most likely he'll be driving a Chevrolet because he figures it's the lowest cost truck he can buy. And another thing, Squire Pinckney's always bought Chevrolets, and he's the sharpest trader in the whole county. He'd never buy a high-priced truck. And the folks around here, well, they kind of follow his lead in everything.
You're wasting your time here, stranger. You'd have to sell Squire Pinckney first. That'd be like selling dog biscuits to a cat. Sell Squire Pinckney first.
Sell Squire Pinckney.
Sell Squire Pinckney.
Squire Pinckney.
Bad news, hey, Andy?
We're licked, Doc. We'll never sell this Squire guy. And nobody else will buy until he does.
We're not giving up without trying, Andy. Now, this Squire fella may be tough, but if we sell him, we'll make a fortune in Edenville. Now, you go in and see him right now.
You'll have to wait, stranger.
That's perfectly all right, Mr. Pinckney.
Look, you fellas may know how to write contracts, but you don't know how to build roads. Now, see here. I've got to mix sand into the clay stretch by the creek, or the subgrade won't drain. You understand? The surface won't hold up. I know what the contract says, but I've got to fill that section. You won't change the contract, huh? Then you can kiss a few babies and I'll pay for the fill myself. Goodbye. All right, stranger, what can I do for you?
Well, sir, since you're handling the construction on the new county road...
Come on, out with it. What are you trying to sell me?
Well, sir, our new Dodge job-rated trucks have a lot of features that'd help you in your business. New styling, new engines, truck-o-matic transmission, and a lot of others.
Stranger, your Dodge truck doesn't interest me. I buy Chevrolets because they're low-priced and they do my work satisfactorily. Of course, as long as you're here. If you'll step outside for a second, maybe we could make a deal.
Well, sure. Sure we can make a deal.
I mean on this engine, not on a truck. This engine's out of my Chevrolet half-ton pickup.
I don't get you, sir.
The darn thing busted up 2 days after I spent $100 getting it overhauled. Somebody misaligned the oil spouts and the bearing let go. I had to buy a new engine. I'll give you a reasonable price on it. Maybe you could fix it up and make yourself some money on it. Didn't you hear me? What do you say?
Thank you for the opportunity, sir. I'll take it up with the sales manager and see you later sometime. Doc, I wouldn't tackle that guy again if he was the last prospect on Earth.
Nah, cheer up, Andy. Just by listening to him, you've uncovered the key idea for selling him.
It'd better be good, Doc.
It is good, because you're going to help him sell himself. Now, he's giving you the opening, and you're going to follow up. Now, you go back in there and try this.
You decided to take my engine, huh?
I came back to ask you why you wanted the county to spend more money fixing the subgrade on the road you're building. That won't even show when the gravel's put on.
Won't show? Listen. I'm saving the county money by putting a good foundation under the road because the road will last longer and cost a darn sight less to maintain. That's how it'll show.
You figure that's good business, to build a quality product that outlasts and outperforms cheaper products.
I certainly do.
I'm glad to hear it, because Dodge has built its success with job-rated trucks the same way, by making a high-quality product even in the hidden places where quality doesn't show at first. For instance, look at this. This diagram shows you that Dodge provides positive pressure lubrication feed to all vital bearings, including the connecting rod bearings. In other words, Dodge keeps a continuous flow of oil going to the bearings at all times, like this. So your chances of getting a dry bearing are almost nil. On the other hand, with your Chevrolet pressure and splash system, when the lube spouts were misaligned, the flow of oil was naturally diverted away from the bearing, like this, which is probably what caused the bearing to burn out and ruin the engine. You see, sir, with a Dodge, you wouldn't have the kind of trouble that caused you to scrap an expensive engine block, because the Dodge positive pressure lubrication system always protects you. Even if the Dodge cost a lot more than Chevrolet, which it doesn't, the savings in repair costs and downtime would more than make up the difference.
Well, I don't know.
Sir, lubrication is just one example of the way Dodge quality features save you money and keep your truck at work making money for you. If you'll take just a few minutes to run up to your road job and back, I'll personally demonstrate 4 different ways Dodge can save you big money and do your work faster and better.
Maybe I'll take you up on that, but you better have the proof.
Now, Squire, this is the model I'd recommend to replace your Chevrolet pickup, the B116 pickup. Right off the bat, this Dodge gives you a bigger body than Chevrolet, 6 inches higher and 12 inches longer than the Chevrolet half-ton pickup.
Well, a foot or half a foot, that's not much difference.
Those few inches will make a lot of difference when it comes to carrying a load of, say, tile, just for one example. I prepared figures on tiles. With the Dodge, you could load about 77 of those tiles. With the Chevrolet, you could only carry about 42. In other words, with the Dodge, you'll carry 35 more tiles than you could carry with Chevy in just one run. That's over 80% more load than Chevy. With Dodge, you could carry a load in one run that would take 2 runs with Chevrolet. Think of the money that'll save you in labor cost, time, and wear and tear, just with tile alone.
Well, young fella, maybe I'll count that for one practical feature, but you promised me 4.
Yes, sir, I did, and in just a moment I'm going to back that up with facts.
I guess Andy better have 3 more good feature stories ready, or this Squire fella will eat him alive. Hey, will somebody please turn the record?
And now, if you'll step into this cab, I'll show you the most comfortable, roomy, convenient, and best riding truck ever built.
Well, just a minute. You promised me 4 money-saving features. A fancy cab won't save me a nickel.
Well, but sir, comfort and convenience mean a lot to the efficiency of your driver.
I had a look at his personal car, Chevrolet. He puts on a lot of miles. Sell him on passenger car use of the truck.
What's that? What's that?
Excuse me, sir. I was saying, I notice you drive a Chevrolet as your personal car. Could I ask how many miles you put on in a year in the course of business?
Well, I drive about 10 to 15,000 miles a year, what with chasing around, contacting people, and running out to the job and so on. But what's that to you?
I was wondering if you couldn't use the pickup for all your business driving and cut your passenger car mileage in half. Look, you'd be saving your personal car all that hammering and beating it gets on bad roads and driving under dusty conditions or in bad weather and so on. Your tires would hold up better. You'd probably pay less for repairs and maintenance. You could keep the car longer without trading, and when you did trade, you'd get a better price. It'd be a big saving.
No, I don't think that's practical. I'd just be paying for truck mileage instead of passenger car mileage, and I wouldn't be any further ahead.
Well, look at it this way. The truck is built to take hard usage better than that passenger car. And secondly, your truck maintenance is chargeable as a business expense. So you come out ahead both ways.
All right. The truth is I'm just getting too far along in years to push a truck around. I can't take the bouncing and hammering.
Then here's a pleasant surprise for you, sir. You take the wheel of this Dodge, and I'll guarantee you'll find it's almost as comfortable and easy to handle as a passenger car, because Dodge gives you a lot of the new features that you won't find in other trucks. Just for instance, Notice how smoothly the power takes hold when you start up in this Dodge pickup. That's our famous Dodge gyro fluid drive at work. You see, right beneath our feet, a fluid coupling is soaking up and dissipating the shocks of power engagement. You don't get that kind of protection with an ordinary truck like Chevrolet. Here's what happens. With an ordinary truck, your body and nervous system are constantly straining, resisting shock jolts that hammer you with every shift and every change of speed. Naturally, you're burning a lot of energy to resist those jolts, and in a very short time, your body becomes fatigued. That's one reason why you get tired quickly driving your Chevrolet. On the other hand, with Dodge Gyro Fluid Drive, you can relax and enjoy smooth, even power and easier riding. And in addition to that, fluid drive saves you a lot of the effort of shifting, because ordinarily you can slow down to a stop and then start up smoothly again without shifting. That cuts down fatigue, too.
Now, that's pretty good, but is the thing practical? Can it stand up under hard use?
Hard use is what it's built for. By soaking up engagement shocks, fluid drive protects your engine and more than 80 vital driveline parts from wear. And so, fluid drive will make a big savings in your service and repair costs, especially under your tough operating conditions.
Well, maybe.
That's only half the story, sir. Along with fluid drive, Dodge can give you Truck-O-Matic transmission. With Truck-O-Matic, you shift gears merely by lifting your foot off the accelerator for an instant. Talk about easy handling. And, of course, fluid drive and the Dodge Truck-O-Matic transmission are exclusive with Dodge. Chevrolet has nothing comparable to either one of them.
All right, mister. I'll give you a point for easy handling and a point for economy on that fluid drive thing.
Well, as long as we're keeping score, we'll count a point for the load advantage, and that gives us 3, right?
All right, 3.
To get back to the subject of roads, I wanted to ask you why road builders clear the trees and brush so far back on the right-of-way, especially on the curves. That's to make the road safer, to give drivers an unobstructed line of vision, isn't it?
That's right, young fella. It costs a little money to clean out the right-of-way, but it saves the taxpayers money in the long run because it eliminates accidents.
That's what I figured. I think safety has a big dollars and cents value, both on the roads and in the cars or trucks that travel the roads. Anything that saves you an accident with your truck saves you plenty of money. Safety is our 4th money-saving point, sir. This Dodge job-rated truck is the safest on the road, bar none. For instance, on brakes, let me show you something. This wallet of mine is about 16 square inches in area. You see, there's quite a bit of surface there, even if there's nothing much inside. And remember, sir, for safety and economy, Dodge gives you that much more lining area than Chevrolet, 16 square inches. Those extra inches add up to a great many more safe stops between relining jobs. And, of course, Dodge gives you a number of other safety features you can't get on Chevrolet. Take our independent parking brake, for instance.
You see, the dramatized approach is holding the squire's interest while Andy covers safety features, maneuverability, and so on. Now, let's see how Andy follows up back at the squire's place.
Sir, I want to congratulate you on the fine road you're building. That was a foolish question I asked about the subgrade.
No reason to blame yourself. You just didn't understand roads.
Well, I understand now. You're saving money for the county and the public by building quality into that road, even in the hidden places. And remember, when it comes to operating trucks, the same thing holds true. You'll be saving if you buy the quality truck, the Dodge job-rated truck, because, as you've seen today, Dodge gives you long life and economy features that you don't get with Chevrolet, features you need in your business. I'll make you a deal, sir. If you'll let me work out a trade, I'll take that old Chevy engine for its scrap value. And with Dodge trucks, I don't think you'll ever have that kind of trouble again.
All right, mister. You've got a deal. On the old engine, that is. Haul it away and sell it for me. Then maybe, I repeat, maybe I'll talk business with you on a new truck.
Fair enough. I'll work out figures on a pickup and a dump truck. I think I can save you quite a bit of money in the next few years. Doc, your idea worked like a charm. He loosened right up as soon as I tried that quality approach. And say, why couldn't we use the same approach on the grocer and the coal dealer? They're probably both proud of selling a quality product just as the Squire was.
Now you're talking, Andy. Truck operators are all businessmen with a product or service to sell, and they all have to stress quality with their own customers. So, naturally, they'll appreciate the dollars and cents value of quality in Dodge job-rated trucks if you show them how quality pays off in their business. In other words, if you demonstrate quality and dramatize quality and sell Dodge quality.